This video is about the distance formula and the midpoint formula, part 1. Okay, first off, if I'm trying to find the distance between 2 points in a coordinate plane, I use the distance formula, which is d equals the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So you just decide which point's going to be x1, y1, and which point's going to be x2, y2, and you just substitute the values in, keeping in mind when you use the difference. If you get a negative number, you have to put that in parentheses because a negative number squared is positive. So you should always end up with a positive value in underneath the square root. So looking at our first example, find the coordinates of the 2 points. So this is negative 5, positive 3, and this is negative 2, negative 3. And then you just substitute that in to our distance formula. So D equals, okay, I'm going to take negative 5 minus negative 2 squared plus 3 minus negative 3 squared. Okay, simplify what's inside the square roots. Negative 5 minus a negative is plus a positive. So this is negative 3 squared plus 3 minus a negative 3 is 6 squared. So you get the square root of 9 plus 36, which is the square root of 45. And you just put that in the calculator, and it's approximately 6.7. Okay, 1 decimal place is sufficient in your approximations. So if it's not a perfect square, you need to make sure that you do to the first decimal place. Okay, looking at the second example, distance equals square root of negative 1 minus 1 squared plus 3 minus negative 4 squared. Simplify what's in the parentheses. Negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2. 3 minus a negative 4 is 7. So you get the square root of 4 plus 49, which is the square root of 53, which is approximately 7.3. And the last one, again using your square root of 3 minus negative 2 squared plus 11 minus negative 7. And it really doesn't matter which direction you subtract, because again, squaring a negative number will give you a positive number. So this is 5, 3 minus a negative 2, plus 18 squared. This is the square root of 25 plus 324, which is the square root of 349, which is approximately, let me just slide this over a little bit, 18.7. So you just substitute into your formula. Okay, and then let's do some midpoint. The midpoint between 2 points on a coordinate plane. Okay, we're just going to use the formula, which is midpoint equals the average of the x coordinates. So you take your x coordinates, add them together, divide by 2, and then do the same thing for your y coordinates. Add them together, divide by 2. And it's an ordered pair. So it's an ordered pair. So the midpoint of these two coordinates would be 7 plus 9 divided by 2. Negative 5 plus negative 1 divided by 2. And we get 16 divided by 2 and negative 6, which equals the ordered pair 8. Let me just slide this over again. Negative 3. Again, it's an ordered pair. And this last one. Midpoint equals the sum of the two x coordinates divided by 2, the sum of the two y coordinates divided by 2, get negative 4, 0. Negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. 0 divided by anything is 0. And that ends part 1.